Oh, it's one of those shows where just about everyone in the audience ends up on stage. Isn't that sensational? My name is Stephen Anderson. I am the Outback Hypnotist, and thank you for coming along today to the Pine River Show. Isn't it a sensational day? Now, first question I always have to ask when I do one of these shows is there anyone in the audience who has been hypnotised before? And I'm looking around, and there's one young man down the back there says he has. And let me tell you, you have. We all, every day, hypnotise ourselves. If you are old enough to drive, do you remember that time you drove from one place to another, and when you got there, you stopped and thought, I don't actually remember half of that drive that I just took. And it's just totally and completely gone from your mind. Now that is mobile hypnosis. We all do it. Those of us who drive are so used to it, we do it without even thinking about it. And our mind vanishes off into different places. That is hypnosis. Now we've also taken hypnosis from the other side. You see, hypnosis is exactly the same as dreaming, except we go into hypnosis from the waking side. Dreaming we go into from the sleeping side. Now, if you were one of those types of people who was really a science nut and looked at ECGs, you would see when you are dreaming that you are actually awake, because your brain is acting as if you were awake. But if you've ever had a dream where you're doing something that's really crazy, like there's real purple monsters and you're talking to them and you know that they're talking back to you and it's just normal, that's what happens when you're dreaming, and that's what happens when you're in hypnosis. Now, looking around, is there anyone here who would like to experience some hypnosis? There's a few. How about we all do it first as a group, and that way you don't have to just come up on stage to feel a little bit of hypnosis. How about we do that? Sound great? Okay, so the very first thing I'm going to ask everyone to do is put their hands together and interlock your fingers. Now, in a moment, I'm going to ask you to lift your fingers up like that and stare in between them. So hold your hand, no, in a moment. Okay, in a moment I'm going to ask you to lift your hands up, lift your fingers up. When you lift your fingers up, when you lift your fingers up, stare in between them and imagine that there is a magnet in the tip of each finger. So nice and tight, lift those fingers up now, stare in between them and feel those magnets starting to pull those fingers together. And as you stare, notice the force being exerted by those magnets to actually pull your fingers together. Isn't that the coolest feeling ever? Isn't that just so great? Now there's one that's closed, there's one that's closed, there's one that's closed. There's lots of people need, sir, you are fighting it. Don't do that. Enjoy the hypnosis and just allow it to happen. Now, as you look down at those fingers and see that they're closed, know that your subconscious mind has just done that for you. Okay, next one, can I ask everyone to put their hands out in front of them just like this? Okay, over the back there too, hands out in front of you just like this. And now, close your eyes. Hands out in front of you, close your eyes and turn one hand over. Now that that hand is over, I'd like you to imagine that I have just placed two giant leather-bound books, really heavy books in that hand, and feel the weight of those books. And as you feel the weight of those books, know that that weight is real. And as you feel the weight of those books, notice the other hand as I tie two giant helium balloons. And those two giant helium balloons will start to tug your hand higher and higher and higher. So the books are pushing your hand down and the balloons are tugging it higher and higher. And as you feel that happening, know that that's your imagination working well. Now you can open your eyes and have a look. Keep your arms where they are so that you can see where they are. You're doing well. You've done very well there, sir. Now, you can open your eyes and have a look at your arms and just see how well they've done. Okay, you've done very well there too. Okay, one more just for the fun of it. Hands up like that. Now this is all imagination. Have you noticed that? Finger and thumb together. As you put that finger and thumb together, just focus on it. And as you focus on it, feel the warmth between that finger and thumb. And when you feel the warmth between that finger and thumb, know that that is a piece of super glue. And now, feel that warmth cool, and as that warmth cools, notice it stick. And now, when you know that that finger and thumb is totally and completely stuck together, you can try and open it and find you can't. Okay? When you know it's totally stuck together, you can try and open it. And we've got two gentlemen here where their fingers are totally stuck together. Now, would you two guys like to do a demonstration before we invite everyone else up on the stage? Why not? Come on up. Come on up. I wonder. I think we should invite everyone up on stage anyway. Are you guys happy to stay? Because this was going to be a short demonstration, but if you're happy to stay, come on up. Is there anyone else who'd like to stay? Now, I have to you must understand, if you are under 16, you must have parental permission. Okay? So yes, we've got mum nodding over there, and we've got a couple over there, and we've got mum nodding. Okay? Then come on up. Come on up. Did you say you wanted to come up? You're nervous? I don't bite very hard, I promise. Okay? Okay, excellent. Come on up. Now, look at this. Everyone thinks they know what happens at a hypnosis show. So, I actually don't want you on the seats. I'd like you to line up against this line here, please. Okay, now I need you far enough apart so that your feet can be about shoulder width apart. Just check and see if they are. Now that's about shoulder width, they're all about shoulder width. Perfect, 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 perfect. Now, just look down at those feet. Okay, now choose one to look at. And when you've chosen the one to look at, just move it a little bit forward so that the heel is where the ball of the foot used to be. Perfect. Now, focus on that foot. And as you focus on that foot, feel it starting to push into the ground. And as it starts to push into the ground, notice it getting heavier and heavier and heavier. Now, if there's anyone there that's got their foot totally and perfectly straight, that is going to get uncomfortable. So just bend it just a little bit so that it's not completely straight. Now feel it pushing into the ground. And as it pushes into the ground, notice a warmth, like the warmth you felt before, a warmth underneath your foot, between your foot and the floor. That warmth, I don't know if it starts at the toe and moves backwards, or if it starts at the heel and moves forwards, but that warmth will fill that whole area. And as it fills the whole area between your foot and the floor, feel a sticky, gooey feel below that foot. That warmth turns sticky and gooey. That gooey and sticky super glue feels warm underneath your foot. And as it feels warm underneath your foot, notice it start to cool. And as it starts to cool, notice it stick. And now, the moment you know that your foot is stuck to the floor, you can try and lift it and find you can't. The moment you know that your foot is stuck to the floor, you can try and lift it and find you can't. Now, is that cool? Yeah, it's cool. Have you ever felt anything like that before?
No, not really.
Oh, really? What's your name?
Michael.
Michael. Good to meet you, Michael. Now, how about you? Is that good fun? Okay. And it is a new experience, isn't it? It is, isn't it? What was your name?
Paul.
Paul. And your name?
Charlie.
Charlie. Charlie. Charlie. How does that feel? Is that pretty cool? Hey? It is, isn't it? How about you? What's your name?
Senna.
Senna, and there your foot is stuck to the floor. Isn't that cool? Hey? Isn't that great? How about you, little mate? What's your name?
Callum.
Callum. Now, is your foot stuck? Because you see, what you've got to do if you want to get into hypnosis is you've got to learn how to focus. Can you focus? Okay, is that focused on that foot? And is that foot stuck to the floor? Test it and see if it is. It's not. See, you've got to focus, mate, for hypnosis, okay? Can you go back down the bottom? Do you want to give Callum a big hand, a great big round of applause? How's your foot? Is that foot stuck to the floor? It is, isn't it? How about yours? It feels heavy. What's your name?
Catalina.
Catalina, and your name? Karen. Okay, Catalina and Karen, what's going to happen now is I'm going to release those feet just for a second, and I'm going to ask you to move across a little bit, okay? So when I click my fingers, I'll release, and just move across, keep your feet in the same place, and move over nice and close to this lady. Ready? 1, 2, 3, click. Okay, they're released. Now just move across here a little bit, put them back how they were, and stick them back to the ground. Is that stuck?
You think so?
You think so? Well, you can test it and try, and it's stuck. It's very heavy, isn't it? It's pretty heavy, so make it tighter and tighter and tighter. Focus on your foot and make it tighter. And as she makes hers tighter, everyone else can make theirs tighter and tighter and tighter. And how about yours? Is yours stuck? Yes. Okay, so the exciting thing, the really fabulous thing about stuck is that it is expandable. Okay, so what we can do is we can say, I'm sorry, I forgot your name. Michael. Michael, I'm a dyslexic and names just vanish, so I'll probably ask you a dozen times. Michael, can you feel that stuck? Yep. Not sure? Okay, so what I'd like you to do is feel that stuck. And just feel it float up your leg and into your shoulder. Got it? Okay, can I have your hand? Now let it flow down your hand. Okay? No, let's not. Let's flow back up to your shoulder. Give me your other hand. And bring that stuck across into this hand. Got it? Yep. Okay, now. Stuck. Now the fun part is that I can take this hand off very easily. Not that easily. But when I put it back down, it will stick 10 times tighter. So now Michael's got his foot stuck to the floor and his hand stuck to the head. Okay. Now your name again, sir? Paul? Paul. Oh, Paul. That foot there? Okay. Feel the stuck run up to your shoulder. Got it? Okay. Can I have your hand? Okay. Feel that hand stuck in your hand? Yep. Okay. Stuck. Right, and your name again?
Charlie.
Charlie, can I borrow your hand? Can you bring that stuck right up into your shoulder and then down into your hand? Got it? Yep, okay. Stuck. Okay, can I borrow this hand? Now bring that stuck into there as well. Got it? Yep, okay, stuck. And your name? I'll say that again, I'll say it. Senna. Senna, bring the stuck all the way up to there and then all the way down to your hand. And now can I have your hand? Thank you very much. Are you ready? Stuck. 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 And this hand? Feel the stuck in it? Yes? Cool. Stuck. All the way there. And your name again? Karen. I'm sorry, Karen. I'm really funny with names. Can you feel the stuck in that finger? Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to stick you there. Okay. Can I borrow your hand? Now, can you feel the stuck? Not yet. Then let's bring it there and all the way up from your foot and stuck. Got it? Totally stuck. Can I have this hand? And we'll just put that across to there and stuck. And can I have this hand? And we'll just put that up to there and stuck. And, oh, there's a spare hand. Can I borrow that one? And stuck. And stuck. Right. Now, I don't know if any of you are social media type buffs, but I reckon this is a great post for Facebook. So if you know someone that's up here, this is probably a really good photo opportunity. And I'll just give you 2 seconds to do that while we look at this. Okay. Now, as I've said, stuck is creatable, stuck is expandable, and stuck is vanishable. Watch. Now, when I click my fingers, the stuck will vanish from every one of your hands. Stuck. Ungone. Unstuck. You can let go now. All of you. Feet are still stuck though. Your legs don't feel very relieved. Fair enough. Okay. Now, how does that feel, guys? We've got a very relieved or not relieved person here. Is everyone enjoying themselves so far? Cool. So 1, 2, 3, unstuck your feet. And now if you want to go and grab a chair and bring the chairs up to this line, that would be great. Yep, to this line here. Okay, now we want them nice and close together. Okay, don't get your fingers in between them. We want them nice and close together. Okay, can you come right up close to this young lady, which was Catalina? Was it Catalina? No, nothing like that. Can you come right up close? What was it again?
Charlie.
Charlie. It starts with C and a little bit closer. Perfect. Now, okay, what I'd like everyone to do is just look at my hand. Okay, now notice my hand, and as you notice my hand, just take a nice deep breath in. And out. And another one. And out. Okay, on this one, in and out, and close your eyes. And as you close those eyes, just feel them stick. Like your foot was stuck to the floor and your hands were stuck to wherever they were stuck to. And now that your eyes are stuck shut, you can try and open them and find you can't, because they're stuck. Totally and completely stuck. And you can test them and see that they're stuck. Isn't that so cool? Now, the next thing we're going to do is notice that your eyes don't need to be stuck, because I'd like you to actually relax the little muscles in your eyelids. Just let them become so relaxed that they stop working. Let those little muscles in your eyelids become so relaxed that they just stop working. Then you can unstuck your eyes and realise that you still can't open them because the muscles don't work. So your eyes are there, unable to open because the muscles. See, the muscles in your hands still work, the muscles in your fingers still work, but the muscles in your eyes have stopped working. And now this is the exciting part. We can transfer that relaxation in the muscles to any part of our body. And what I'd like you to do is feel how totally relaxed those muscles are and transfer that relaxation to the muscles in your neck. Know that the muscles in your neck can just stop working. And as they stop working, you'll feel how heavy your head is. And as you feel how heavy your head is, you'll know that those muscles in your neck can just stop working. And now, feel your head start to get heavier. Like it's a bowling ball, getting heavier and heavier and heavier. And as it gets heavier, the muscles in your neck just stop working. And your head can just fall forward onto your chest. Just fall forward onto your chest, because those muscles in your neck are just totally and completely relaxed. Totally and completely relaxed. That's so cool. Okay, so on the count of 3, I'd like you to lift your head, open your eyes and look at me. 1, 2, 3. Lift your head, open your eyes, look at me. And now, as we go through the day, when you see my hand drop, like that, that's right, your eyes will start to feel heavy, your neck will start to lose the muscles and they'll become totally relaxed, and your head will just fall forward. So 1, 2, watching my hand. 1, 2, 3, and sleep. And just feel those muscles in your neck stop working. And just allow them to stop working. And just love this feeling, because it's great to be relaxed. Especially at the Pine Rivers show. It's so great to be relaxed all the way down. Just let those muscles in your neck become totally and completely relaxed. And now, on the count of 3, I'll just ask you again to lift your head, open your eyes and look at me. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And now, watching my hand. And as it drops down, feel those muscles completely relax. Your eyes will close and your head will drop. Perfect. All the way down. Nice deep breath all the way down. Excellent. Now. On the count of 3, I'm going to ask you to sit up straight, put your eyes forward but keep them closed. 1, 2, 3, sit up straight, eyes forward, keep the eyes closed. And we're going to go on a little bit of a journey, because you see, every one of us, every one of you and me, have inside us a special place that is the workings, is the workshop, is the place where everything is controlled. Everything in our bodies are controlled from this one little control room. And in this control room, there are thousands of dials and knobs and switches and all of that sort of stuff, because they control everything that you do. They control how fast your nails grow. They control how fast your hair grows. Well, for some of us, they control how fast your heart beats, your lungs move. They control everything, absolutely and completely everything. Now, find the control for your imagination. I don't know if it's a knob or a dial or a switch or what it is, but I want you to now find that control and physically reach out and turn it up all the way. This fabulous new relaxation of yours. Physically, with your hand, reach out, find that control and turn it up. Turn it up all the way. Find that control, lift your hands out, physically reach out, turn that control up all the way. All the way. Right. Now, with that brand new, massive amount of imagination, I'm going to take you on a journey. And that journey is on holidays. And right now, find yourself on holidays in a very special place that I'm about to describe to you. You're sitting back on a beach chair, you're looking out over a lake. Behind that lake there are some fabulously enormous mountains, and life's just good. Just act as if you're on holiday, the same way you would if you were on holiday. Just do what you do if you were on holiday, and notice those mountains, notice that lake. Now look out at those mountains. And now that you look at them, you realise they're really not that attractive, are they? They're actually quite ugly mountains. Really, really ugly mountains. Have a real close look and notice how ugly those mountains are. Just look at them closely and see them and just know, yes. But you know what? With your new, massive imagination, you have gifted abilities, and you can just reach out. You can drag those mountains towards you, and you can fix them. So reach out, grab those mountains, drag them in towards you. Just reach out, grab a hold of them, pull them in tight, all the way in, right up to your knees, and now change their shape to the shape that you want them to be. Any shape that you want them to be. Maybe you want them to be tall, maybe you want them to be flat on the top, maybe you want them to be peaks, maybe you want them to be more hill-like. You can use chainsaws if you need a chainsaw, you can use axes, you can use hammers, you can use shovels, whatever tool, whatever implement you need, you can use chainsaws, whatever you like, just use them to really change the shapes of those mountains. Now, this is a 1 hour show, and really guys, we need to move quickly because these mountains need to be changed. Standing there with your hands undecided as to what they can do is not going to change those mountains. Use those saws, use those hammers, use those chainsaws, use those axes, use those everything to just change the shape of those mountains. Millennials really don't like to work, do they? Okay, right, now that you have the mountains the shape that you need them to be, now that you have those mountains the shape that you need them to be, you have scraped all of the vegetation off them and they are looking very raw, so just paint them the right colour that you need them to be for when you push them back to where they're going to go. Now you can use a brush, you can use a spray gun, you can use a roller, whatever it is you need to use, you can use for this idea. Right. Okay. Even the gentlemen can't work very hard, can they? They're doing well. Okay, we've got the brushes happening, we've got a little spray gun, and this lady here has a very tiny little spray gun. She's an artist doing tattoos. Now that you have your mountains back to exactly where they need to be, push them back out, back out to the other side of the lake. Just push them away. They don't need now that they are perfect, you can just sit back, relax, look out over the view and know that you're on holidays and just loving it and just loving those holidays. And I'm really sorry. I am really sorry about those bitey, stingy swarm of mosquitoes that's come in off the lake and the cloud of mosquitoes that's starting to sting and bite and itch you and work at you, and now feel that itch, feel that bite, know that the cloud of mosquitoes is just coming at you like you would not believe, and feel it happening. Notice the itch, notice the bites from them, and yes, that's right, you can scratch the itch away, you can see and feel them all over you, you can slap at them if you like, you can wave your hands to get them away. You don't have to sit there and just take it. You can do whatever you need to do to get rid of those bloody horrible mosquitoes. Just feel them. Just, oh, ouch, ow, and they are really, and the scene changes. And the scene changes, and all of a sudden you're in Antarctica. You're in a tin shed. It's got nothing stopping the cold from getting in. It's just a raw tin shed, and you are feeling the cold because it is minus 50 degrees. It is so ridiculously cold. It's colder than you've ever been before, and you can feel that. You can feel it biting down to your bones. It's so freezing cold. Cuddle up to yourself and try and make yourself as warm as you possibly can, and cuddle up and notice the person beside you. For some reason the person beside you is 10 degrees warmer than you are. Is 10 degrees warmer than you are. The person beside you is 10 degrees warmer than you are. So you can cuddle up and make yourself warmer if you want to. Totally and completely. Cuddling up. The person beside you is 10 degrees warmer. The person beside you can make you warmer if you get closer and closer to them. And the person beside you can do that for you. Cuddle up to them, get real close, because it is really, really cold. It's like minus 60 degrees and getting colder and colder and colder and colder, and the scene changes, and you are in the Simpson Desert and it's over 60 degrees in here, and it is hot. It is so incredibly hot. You can feel the sweat starting to pour off your forehead. You can feel that temperature. Your feet feel like potatoes, baked potatoes in your shoes. Everything is just crazy hot, absolutely wildly crazy hot. And the scene changes and the mosquitoes are back. And you're sitting there in front of the lake and the mosquitoes are attacking you, and they're itching and biting and going crazy, and they are really, really starting to sting. And the scene changes and you are back in Antarctica and freezing cold, and the person beside you is warm. You are absolutely freezing cold, like crazy cold, like you've never felt anything like that before, and the person beside you is just as warm as toast. And you know how you can make yourself warmer. And now the scene changes, you're back in the Simpson Desert, and it is ridiculous, the heat, the sweat pouring off your forehead, just crazy, just absolutely crazy. And the scene changes, you're back at the lake, the mosquitoes are gone, and it's a holiday. And just sit back, enjoy that holiday, loving life, loving it all, being totally cool. And on the count of 3, I'd like you all to come back to me, feet flat on the floor, looking at my hand. 1, 2, 3, come back to me. And there we go. Now, the exciting thing about hypnosis for some of you, focusing on my hand, the exciting thing about hypnosis is you can be as active as you want to be. So you don't have to imagine that you're just sleeping, because you're not. You're dreaming, and you can do anything in a dream, and focus on my hand. Okay, now, as you focus on my hand, I need to ask you a question. First, what was your name again?
Senna.
Senna, are you feeling hypnotised?
So good.
Yeah, good on you. Okay, can I have your hand? Okay, now what I want you to do is just focus on me, right there. Okay, and now take a nice deep breath in and out. And one more. And close your eyes. And sleep. Excellent. Now, your name? Karen. Can I have your hand? Now focus on my eye. Take a really deep breath in. Out and close your eye. All the way down. Are we ready? Okay. Look at my eye. And in. And sleep. Perfect. Can I borrow your hand? Look at my eye. Breathe in. And sleep. And sleep. Ready? All the way down, deeper and deeper. And now just imagine that you're on a set of stairs, and on those sets of stairs you are right at the top, and with each number I count, you will just take another step down. And as you take another step down, you'll drop deeper and deeper into this beautiful little hypnotic space. 10, 9, 8, dropping deeper and deeper and deeper, feeling better and better and better, loving every moment of what's happening. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, going as deep as you need to go, to be as deep as you need to be able to play and have a great time right here, today. 2, 1, all the way down. Now, everything I say, no matter how ridiculous, will make perfect sense to you. Everything I say will be true. For the rest of this show, everything I say will be true. Your imagination will be through the roof. Your imagination will be sensational. And if you want it to, at the end of the show, it can go back. And if you want it to, at the end of the show, everything I say does not need to be true. But for now, everything I say will be 100% true. Now on the count of 3, come back to me. 1, 2, 3. Sitting up straight, looking at my hand. Now, each of you has just realised that you have your very own special pillow. And now, when I say sleep and I drop my hand, you can just rest down on that little pillow. Let's have a practice. 1, 2, 3, sleep. Perfect. Perfect. The lady I'm touching right now, when you come back to me, the number between... Actually, we'll start here. The lady I'm touching right now, you are a sensational, world-class sign language expert. You are so good at sign language that when you do your sign language, even people who don't understand sign language will understand you. And when you do sign language, it's a full body sign language so that everybody, even if they don't understand sign language, will understand you. Now, just this lady I'm touching, 1, 2, 3, come back to me. Hello, your name again? Katerina, what a pretty name. Katerina, I understand that you are a sign language expert.
Yes.
Yes, that's right. Now, what I need to get, I'd really like a favour. Can you do a favour for me? Yes, perfect. The people down through here, they're hearing impaired, so they can't actually understand what I'm saying. Could you translate for me? Could you just jump up here and do that? That's perfect. Now just let them know what I'm saying with your full body type sign language. You ready? Okay, I'll keep talking and you can just go and sign language for me. Okay, perfect. Let them know what I'm saying. So that means I don't know. So I'm saying let them know. So what body movement would you use to say let? Perfect. Okay. Start again, let them know everything I want to say, okay? And you just keep tapping and doing all the stuff that you need to do. Got me? Okay. For everyone else that's in here, actually one more. This lady here, let them know what I'm saying, is one of the best smellers in the world. This lady here, when you come back to me, you will have the best sense of smell in the world. Your sense of smell will be so good, will be so great, will be so... Am I talking too fast? I'm sorry. Will be so sensational that you would be able to smell it if a boy was wearing a girl's deodorant. Okay, you would be able to smell that straight out, and I'd like you to do me a favour, because a girl came up to me before the show and said, I think my boyfriend is wearing my deodorant, and I'd like you to go out into the crowd and find that person for me. Just hang on one sec. Now, when you find that person, all I'd like you to do is hold this above his head and go... Okay, so you're going to go and find a boy in the crowd that's wearing his girlfriend's deodorant. Okay? 1, 2, 3, come back to me. And I'll just get you to sit back up here and just stay asleep. Do you want to come back to me now? Perfect. Do you want to jump up? Because I really need your help. Perfect. Now, what was your name again?
Senna.
Senna. Could you take that? And I understand you've got a very, very good sense of smell. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes. Could you go out there and find the boyfriend that is wearing his girlfriend's deodorant for me, please? And just do as I say. Okay? Thank you very much. Okay, now for everyone else, that's sitting on stage, what I would like you to know is that every time you see me touch my nose, perfect. Every time you see me touch my nose, and laughing just makes you go deeper and deeper into hypnosis. That's a perfect way to get deeper and deeper down. Every time you see me touch my nose, it will feel like someone has pricked you in the bum with a big pin. Every time you see me touch my nose, it will be like you have been... Who was it? It's him! I would have bet that it was him. Is he the only one, or is there someone else there that's also got their girlfriend's deodorant on? You can't smell anyone else? Then you better come back up here to me. Okay, everyone on stage, and Senna who's coming up, every time you see me touch my nose, it will feel like you have been poked in the backside with a great big pin. Okay, Senna, you move over here and take your seat. Now, did you hear what I said? Did your subconscious mind capture that every time? Great big pin. 1, 2, 3, come back to me. All the way back. All the way back. That is perfect. Now, guys, I need to tell you a story. Because, you see, I had to travel a fair way to get here. And while I was travelling, you're getting better at this all the time. While I was travelling, it took me a long, long time, and I got sick on the way through. And that started, now watching me everyone, that started with just a little tickle in the nose. Is everything okay? What happened? Sore bottom. Sore bottom. Okay. That doesn't very often happen on a hypnosis stage, but so I was travelling, and it took me so long that I managed to actually get sick while I was doing it, and it started with just a touch on my nose. And did something happen there? I was looking shy. Do you want to tell me what happened? No? Okay, all right. Now, the thing was that nose started to get even worse and worse. You're looking a little bit uncomfortable there. Why are you uncomfortable? You don't know? Okay, all right. And it started to, it started to dribble a little bit. And every time, and I needed tissues and stuff, and it really wasn't, it wasn't nice at all. Now, the pin gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and every time I touched my nose, it you know what I mean, it's just crazy. But then I got sicker and sicker and sicker and sicker, and I got so sick that it went from my nose right down to my belly, and then I started to become so sick in my belly that I needed to, that's what happened. I started to vomit, and that wasn't it. It kept going, and I got sicker and sicker, and you know what happens after vomiting, don't you? It started from both ends, and it wasn't pleasant at all. Yuck. And I think the people that were there that weren't able to hear me, I think they've left. And I feel really silly standing up here signing Is it okay? You sure? Okay, do you want to sit back down there? Thank you very much. That's sensational. Okay, could I have everyone looking up at my hand? That's cool. I feel like a teacher. I'm good. Okay, my hand. Focus and sleep. All the way down, all the way down, all the way down. Isn't that great? Okay. Now, let's see, the lady I'm touching right now, when you come back to me and you hear this sound, you will immediately jump up and you will moo like a very angry cow. You will moo like a really angry cow. You won't run around, you'll just stand up and you will moo like a really angry cow. The gentleman I'm touching right now, when you see someone else on the stage stand up and moo like a really angry cow, you will realise you're a cowboy. And you will jump up and you will, with your imaginary lasso, try and lasso that cow. You will try and lasso that cow. The lady I'm touching right now, when you see a cowboy jump up on stage and try to lasso a cow, you will realise that you are really, really like cowboys. And you'll have a great big crush on the cowboy and you'll try and hide it, but it will show right over your entire face. And now, 1, 2, 3, come back to me. Okay. All of us, come on back, come on, all out. Sitting up straight, focusing on me, and knowing that I haven't yet taken any of the suggestions away, but my nose is really itchy. You're looking a little bit uncomfortable there, are you okay? Yes, you don't look like, are you sure? Yeah, okay. So, guys, what I'd like you to do is just focus on me. And again, my nose is really itchy. I can't quite understand why, but that's fine. Now, the whole thing depends on you. You're not going to... Here's a lesson in hypnosis. Sometimes there are things that a young girl just does not want to do, okay? And if you believe hypnosis is something that can totally and completely control you, just watch the way she shot my act down to pieces there. That's because if there is something that you really don't want to do, because at a certain age it would terribly, terribly embarrass you, then you just won't do it. And that's what's happened right here. So, let's go back to this. My hands. 1, 2, 3. Sleep. Okay. The lady I'm touching right now, when you hear this sound, you will jump up and you will moo like an angry cow. You will jump up and you will moo like an angry cow. The gentleman I'm touching right now, when... I'll start that again. The gentleman I'm touching right now, your name, that has been your name for your entire life, is going to vanish from your mind. When your name, that has been your name for your entire life, vanishes from your mind, it will be replaced with Mary. Okay, your name now is Mary, and you will now answer to and insist that your name is Mary. Nothing else matters, as silly as it sounds, that now is your name, 100% Mary. 1, 2, 3, come back to me. Okay, how are we doing? Is everyone enjoying this? Are you feeling hypnotised? Yes. You are? Good on you. How about you? Are you feeling hypnotised? You're not really? Okay, fair enough. You're sure? Yeah? Okay, that's cool. Now, what was I looking at doing? Okay, hang on. Whoa. What's up with you two? We're doing a hypnosis show here. Is something wrong? Rodeo. You better sit back down. I think there's a problem. Can you sit back down? Thank you. What does that look on your face? Nothing. You sure? Okay, I thought I saw something there. I thought I did. I'm not sure. Okay. Now, I know I'm horrible with names. What was your name again? Mary. Look, did you see that guy beside you jump up and act like a cowboy? What do you think of that? It's funny? Okay, good. Well, that's a bonus. Now, it is a comedy act. Mary, who named you Mary? Your parents. Your parents? Okay. And is there a story to it? I think there'd have to be a story to it. Most of us have got a story to our name.
Yeah, just like the name.
Just like the name? Okay. Now, Mary, if I was to say to you, I bet your name isn't Mary, and I'll bet you a $10, oh, you look old enough to remember what a casket ticket is. Casket ticket? Would you take that bet?
Sense
Doesn't, no. But you are sure, aren't you? You are definitely sure. What was your name again? Mary. Okay. And you're prepared to bet me that your name is Mary?
I'll go along with the bet.
Yeah. Go along with the bet? Okay. Have you got any ID? Okay. Can I have a look at your licence? There's a credit card. Does that, my eyes are shot. Does that say Mary? Okay, what does it say? It says Michael, but your name's Mary.
Must be Michael.
But you know it's Mary, don't you?
I don't know.
You don't know, but if your name's Mary and that says Michael, that can't be your wallet, can it? Maybe you're just holding on to it. We'll put that back in there. Now we know it's not your wallet, so I'll take it, thanks. It looks like your picture. That does look like you, doesn't it?
Yes.
Fortunately, or unfortunately, one or the other. Okay, but it definitely doesn't say Mary, so it can't be your wallet, can it?
Well, logically, I guess not.
I guess not. Look, if it's not yours, I'll take it. I'll put it in lost and found. Thanks. Okay. Right. What were we doing? Actually, what am I? 1, 2, 3, sleep. Okay. The gentleman I'm touching right now, in a moment, I'm going to walk across the stage and say I've found a wallet. When I do that, you'll check your pockets and realise your wallet is gone, and you'll say that is my wallet. When we inspect it, we'll realise that it can't be your wallet because your name is Mary and the name in the wallet is Michael. And you'll give it back to me. 1, 2, 3, come back to me. Now, where were we? Over here. Okay, move. Okay, he's very good at the... Okay, guys, we're trying to do a hypnosis show here. Can you take a seat, please? I don't know what's going on. Can you take a seat, please? Okay, perfect. Now, what's happened? I have, at the back of the stage, found a wallet. Has anyone lost a wallet? Have you lost a wallet there? Maybe. Okay, what's your name? Katerina. Let's have a look. Is that your name there? What does that say? That does not look like it. Has anyone lost a wallet? I'm looking out in the audience. You think you have? How can you think you've lost your wallet? Is it in? It's not in your pocket. Okay, let's have a look. Does that look like your wallet?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what was your name again?
Mary.
Okay. And what's the name of the person in there? Michael. So that's your wallet, can it? Okay, right, fine. Where were we? Okay, can I have everyone looking up to me? Okay? And sleep. All the way down. All the way down. All the way down. And madam, could you hold this for me? If I'm going, if you take that, and just hold it up so that they can see it. Thank you. Okay, in a moment, when you come back to me, you will notice that there is a little man with blue skin, a beard, and red feet, and a red hat sitting out in the audience. Now, his name is Papa Smurf. Now, every time I say Papa Smurf, he will scream at you to shut up. He will absolutely scream at you to shut up. And it's your job to turn around and scream back at him, shut up. Now, your job is to scream back at Papa Smurf when he screams at you to shut up. And every time I say Papa Smurf, he will scream, shut up at you. 1, 2, 3, come back to me. Okay, guys, I have found a wallet. Is anyone missing a wallet? It was sitting on the back of the stage and I'm like, you think it's you? You have deja vu. Okay, so what was your name? Mary. Really struggling with this, isn't it? Okay, so is this your name in the wallet there? What's the name in the wallet? Michael. So it really can't be. Do you have a brother Michael or something like that? You don't have a brother Michael? No, so it can't be your brother's wallet, it can't be your wallet. Is that your last name? Yes. Could your wife's name be Michael? Maybe. I think you should know what your wife's name is. That's a big worry. You got yourself right in trouble there. Your name is again Michael, and that is your wallet. You're very welcome. Now, guys, I've got to tell you a story because you see, when I was the age of about you guys here, I used to love this show, and it had lots of little blue people in it, and it was called The Smurfs. And my favourite person in the Smurfs was Papa Smurf, because he was just... Did something just happen? You looked over there. What happened? You do? Okay. Now, Papa Smurf used to do some really strange things. Is something up here? You're all right? Okay. So what I need is for you to look at my hand. Take a deep breath in and sleep. Okay. A hypnotist should not have to repeat himself. Papa Smurf is yelling at you every time I say his name. Papa Smurf, the little blue man, yells at you to shut up. And your job is to yell back at Papa Smurf and make him shut up himself. So you yell back at Papa Smurf when he yells at you, just like this. 1, 2, 3, come back to me. Cool. Now, as I was saying in the story, that I used to watch Little Blue Men on TV because we used to, that's all that was really on. And my favourite character, Papa Smurf.
Shut up!
What happened?
He was saying shut up.
Papa Smurf was saying shut up to you, and he deserved it. Okay. Did you hit that? You don't talk a lot, do you? Did you hear that?
Yes.
What happened?
He said shut up.
And what do you think of him?
He's annoying.
He's annoying. How about you guys? Did you hear that?
Yeah, he's staring at me too.
He's staring at you now? Yeah, those big evil looking eyes. Did you? Yeah?
He's really cute.
He's really cute. He's really cute as Papa Smurf. Really, really cute. And Papa Smurf is just there. And isn't he sensational? Isn't he just great? Now, guys, can you look at me? Because my nose is starting to itch again. And that really gets me every time. Do you know what I mean? And you're not looking happy over here.
The bottom hurts.
What happened?
Keeps paining.
Keeps paining. He pinch you? You don't think it was him? How are you? You're not feeling any bottom pain? No? How about down here? You think he looks pretty guilty? I think he looks a little bit guilty. Yeah, can't remember his own name. Did anyone else feel any bottom pain? No? Okay. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Sleep. Now, I am known worldwide as Stephen Scissorhands. And that means that the fingers on the ends of my hands are so sharp that if I just touch you, they will cut. And when they cut, they will start to bleed. And when they start to bleed, that'll be fine. I'll just give you a Band-Aid and that will make it all right. So in a moment, when I ask you to come back to me, you'll notice that my name is Stephen Scissorhands and my fingers are as sharp can be. And though it won't hurt you, they will cut the skin and a little bit of blood will start and you'll know that's there and we'll get that all fixed up real quick. 1, 2, 3, come back to me. All the way back, all the way back. Hello, how are you? Oh, you're looking at me scared. Why are you scared? Keep my hands away? What? What's wrong with my hands? They're looking fine, aren't they? Do you think there's something wrong with my hands? What's wrong with them? Just, hey? What happened? I did not hurt you. It didn't hurt at all, did it? It just cut. And that is a little bit, is there a little bit of blood there? I think there is. Hang on. Where are you going? Come back into line. Come back into line. There's a Band-Aid. You can't see where it is. Could you put it on her? Would you do that for me? Hello, is that you? What happened? Are you okay? I think it's bleeding a little bit there. Do you want to put a Band-Aid on? It's just there. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. You alright? Just put it on. Just there. Just. Look at that. You've got a head just like mine. Oh, what's happened there? Take one of them. Is everything okay? Yeah? How's me? Look at that. There's a big one there. Hey, what's happening over here? Here, you need one there too. There's that one. That's just there. Okay? Hello. Oh, sorry. Are you okay? Technically you don't feel anything, but you're bleeding. There, take that. And just, yeah, okay. There's a little bit of blood up here. Do you want to... Yeah. It's right there. It's rather profusely. It's what happens when we age. Our blood gets thinner and it bleeds a lot. It goes crazy and everything. And to end the show, can I ask you just to move up nice and close? I will just, for one last time. 1, 2, sleep. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I am the Outback Hypnotist. I would like you to give a great round of applause for our stars for today. Have they not been sensational? Great big round of applause. Now guys on the stage, I am going to count from 1 to 10. When I get to 10, your eyes will open. When I get to 10, your eyes will open and you will feel fabulous. You will feel like you've had a full 10 hours sleep. You will feel like you'll be able to go out and have a great day at the Pine Rivers show. You will feel sensational. 1, 2, just feel that sensational bubbling up through your feet. Feel it getting better and better. Feel yourself enjoying life greatly. 3, 4, 5, 6. Just notice the sensation of happiness, the sensation of joy, all of the sensations that you would have when you were at a show bubbling up inside you. 8, 9, on the count of 10, sitting up, opening your eyes and feeling great. 10. Absolutely perfect. Okay, feel that sensation bubbling up and brighter and just feel the smile appearing on your face and feel it great, bigger smile, almost like you're laughing. That's it, that's so much better. Now guys, can I ask you please to stand up? And now if you could take a bow, because you have been great today. Oh, you're good at that. Thank you very much. Have a fabulous afternoon. Oh, actually, ladies, I'll give this to the kids. Take one of those, the second guy in from the front door. They are, you have to say the hypnotist gave it to me, okay? and you might win a prize. Okay? You might. You have to win the prize to get it. But that's the guy to take it to, and he's second from the front door on the right-hand side. And you may leave. Thank you very much for being my accomplices this afternoon. Look at this, aren't they nice people taking their seats back to where they belong to? No, that is, you were great.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I just threw Papa Smurf away. Thank you very much for coming along. Thank you for being a great audience. Thank you to everyone who came up here. And I'm back on at 1 o'clock, so if you'd like to come and have another go, we can do it then too. You have a great afternoon. Enjoy the Pine Rivers show. See ya.